G'day everyone, it's Pastor Mike here, joining you today from a not so secret location on our church property. Thank you for joining us today. Now, today I want to talk to you about something very serious that is affecting many people in our church. As you're aware, the financial results of the coronavirus has smashed many people in Australia, in our local community, but also members of our church. Since the lockdown started, several members of our church have been evicted. Several more have eviction notices. We estimate 25% of the workers in our church have lost their jobs, have been stood down, have not had their contracts renewed, or had a significant drop in income. Now, whilst many have access to generous government assistance, unfortunately, for a range of reasons, many in our church don't have access to these government benefits. The most affected includes families, and it includes our asylum seekers. Some have been evicted, some are being evicted, some are struggling to pay rent, to put food on the table, or to pay for basic utilities. As a result, the church leadership team is launching a coronavirus crisis relief fund. Our aim is to raise over $15,000 to support members of our church community who are suffering financial hardship as a result of the coronavirus. We are hoping and praying that these funds will provide assistance for about 6 months. Wherever possible, we are directing people to assistance that is being offered by our federal and state governments, as well as some of the great charities out there like Anglicare and the Red Cross. However, where our normal safety nets have failed, we will step in and help people to buy food, to put food on table, to pay their utility bills, and have a place to sleep. So we will pay utility and rent bills where we think it is necessary. We will give out Woolworths and Coles food vouchers to help put food on the table. We will not be giving out cash. Where's the money going to come from? Well, we're asking members of St. James Berala to give $5,000 towards the fund. That is, we're asking if you can generously support it. The wardens have contributed $5,000 of our church finances to the fund already, and we're aiming to raise $5,000 from other churches and people who are outside St. James Berala. We're also applying for other grants to help out. How will the money be managed? Well, Joanne will decide on who will receive the help and how they will receive it. She will provide a weekly report to the wardens showing what money has been spent on what and for what purposes. Joanne will manage the money in such a way that, as best as possible, the funds will last for 6 months, but how much she can spend depends on how much is given. Importantly, if you need help or you are aware of anybody in our church who needs help, please let Joanne know. It's very hard to ask for help, and so it's been difficult for us to know who actually needs help. There's a lot of honour and embarrassment and shame caught up in all of this, and so people have been reluctant to come forward and ask for help. So we are urging you, ask for help if you need it, and if you know somebody who needs help, please let us know. We're also asking you, as a member of St. James Berala, as a member of our church, to give generously to the fund to support your brothers and sisters in Christ. Now, really excitingly, a generous donor has offered to match dollar for dollar for every dollar given by a member of our church. That is, if you give $1, they will give $1. If you give $200, they will give $200. That is, your money will be doubled up to a value of $5,000 up until the end of May. That's just a great reason to give today, where your dollar can do the most work possible. How can you give? Well, give by transferring the money into our bank account and marking it as being for the relief fund. The bank account details can be found on our website, or is it in the comments of this video, or in the email it is attached to. Please put your name in, or just say church member, so that we know it is from a church member, so that we can make sure that your money is doubled. And finally, please pray. Thank God for the opportunity to love and care for our brothers and sisters in Christ. Thank God that as a result of the Eternity article, already $3,000 has been donated by other people and churches. Thank God that He uses hard things to grow us, and thank God for this opportunity to grow. Pray for those in our church who are suffering, that they'll get the help they need, that they will know the love of God and be comforted by Him. Pray that we will learn of all those in our church who need help and are struggling, and pray that we will raise the required funds. Thank you for your love, care, and generosity and prayers. Let me finish with the words of the Apostle John. Brothers and sisters, because of Jesus, we have nothing to fear. Rather, we must act out of faith and love. We love because He loved us first and has given us this command. Those who love God must also love their fellow believers. 1 John chapter 4, verses 19 and 21. Well, this week's family Bible study is now available. It's in the comments attached to the email. It's on the Good Samaritan. Please download it and do it with your family or your household or by yourself. This week, it's on the Good Samaritan. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, to follow our feeds, to like our YouTube channels, and join us at church on Sunday at 10 a.m. or 4:30 p.m. God bless and goodbye.